All right. Connecting to the YouTubes. There we go. One more clamp to attach. There. Nice. Nice and early today. Yes, what's up, Big Damn Boy? Good afternoon. Big Barry, good afternoon. Welcome in. Two first chatters of the day. With the good afternoon. 2 days in a row, of course. Let's go for 3 days. Let's do it all again tomorrow. Hey, Betty, what's up? Welcome in, everyone. I don't like. I'm gonna have to replug one cable, so I might BRB for 1 minute. Okay, hopefully that was just a small blip. And we're good now. I don't like the camera's a bit tilted. Let me fix that. So let's put you up a bit. There we go. That's better. That seems more reasonable. Just missed a little cargo ship with a. I think it's the base for wind turbines. The base pole over there. Bruce, good afternoon as well to you. Welcome to a very hazy, sunny day. I would say it's foggy, but it's sunny out, so there's like a haze hanging over the water. So very interesting. Look at the painting on that one. Scythe, good afternoon. Welcome. We got a 400-meter ship on the way, which is exciting. It's been a while. We gotta get our weekly dose of 400-meter ships. But yeah, there's a nice selection of ships underway, including the MSC Mina, which is a 400-meter big boy that we will see later. Weather, it's quite chilly still, actually, the weather. Does look like the Mirja is moving out soon. Wait, isn't it the Mina, the big one? Or was there another big one? We missed it. Oh yeah, the Mina is coming in. There's 2 tugs around the Mirja though. That's the one that, oh. It hasn't left yet. Oh, that's a bummer. Interesting. There's still 2 tugs attached to her though, by the looks of it. There's even 3 tugs. Maybe they need 3 tugs to move her. The Mina is 400, the Mina is 398. Okay, gotcha. So we're looking at the Acostos. Good morning, Toast. Or good afternoon, actually. Yeah, there's 3 tugs around Mirja. Another day of fantastic shippy spotting. Yeah, it's definitely a good day. They repositioned to Mirja. Oh, is she not gonna go out? I didn't look. Did I see her? I don't know if I saw her in the schedule even, so. But we'll see what we can see today. There's actually another 400-meter one scheduled for like at sunset, but I won't be here for that long. It's like another 8 hours from now, sunset, so. Maybe we'll do 2 streams today. Maybe I come out again by sunset to catch the 400-meter. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll do a double dipping today. Got another ship coming by actually, so let's focus on that one first, including a sailboat. Oh, we got the Atlantis. What a good name. The Atlantis Archie, who doesn't seem too fluid dynamic, judging by how much weight she creates. It's gonna hit the sailboat in a minute. Let's take a look at that. Yeah, I missed the Mina. I'm mixing them up. I mean, they have very similar names. There's MSC Mina and MSC Miria. The Miria is going out, or was supposed to go out. The Mina is the one that came in. Keeping the sailboat in frame. I want to see when the wake of the Atlantis hits it. The Atlantis, by the way, came from T-Sport in the UK. It's like she's fleeing from the wake of this ship. There's no escaping it. Sailboat. You'll get hit eventually. This is the blauwe vogel, or blue bird, if I would translate the Dutch to English. Little pleasure craft. They still haven't been hit yet by the wake. That's crazy. Oh. Wait, they're almost... It's like an optical illusion. It's like it's almost getting hit and then it doesn't. Almost. Oh, there it goes. That's a bit underwhelming. Oh yeah, okay, there she goes. There she goes. Oh my goodness. Look how much wake the Atlantis created. That's crazy. Whoopa. Nice painting on that one, on the Capitol. It reminds me of the, what is it, the Chevron logo. Hey, Mr. No, she has bullet sails. Roger. So it is the big national holiday in the Netherlands today. It's King's Day. But I didn't notice much from it. All the stores were open. I did. Worsbrod. Everything that was broken I reported yesterday was fixed. So we fixed the speed on the overlay. I fixed the search function on our website. I also there was something with the www. If you go to the website without www before, it now works as well. So all the things were fixed. Also moin. Oh yeah, and somebody DM'd me for one of the hats, the cap that I had yesterday that I showed on stream. They wanted to get one, so I gotta fix that. Yeah, I just made it public, the whole store thing. I saw that Toast ordered a hoodie as well, so he'll be part of the shore cruise soon. Takes like a tiny week to get. Like I ordered mine I think on Saturday and I got it yesterday, so just under a week. Hey Monkey Bananas, good afternoon. Yeah, the link for the merch thing is store.westerschelde.live. I don't even give your mod the merch. If I'm gonna become a really big streamer, Toast, I will pay you guys even. So help me grow. Then you can quit your job and be my full-time moderator. The Stream Elements dashboard is broken for you. Interesting. Yeah, that's the link to the merch thing. Also, if you want a bikini or yoga pants, I can add that. For some reason, you can create yoga pants merch. A random ship fact I learned yesterday. Proparius was a large whale that harassed and sank ships for over 50 years in the waters of Constantinople in the 6th century. And makes Jaws look like nothing. With the logo on the butt cheeks, I have no idea what the customization options are for the yoga pants. If you want, I can check it out, Toast. You want a ship on your butt cheek? I assume the yoga pants and the bikini are more targeted towards female content creators, maybe. I'm gonna try, I have like this little cap to fit on top of the HDMI monitor. I've never used it, but I feel like today would be a good day to at least give it a test. So it's still, you can hear it, it's still in the plastic thingy. So I'm gonna give it a try, see if this is anything useful or not. So I assume you go over there, you go over there. Oh yeah, that's actually really nice. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, looks cool. So you did miss one ship coming in, which was when I was setting up. We had. Okay, can I still catch her? There she is. There was another MSC going out. I don't look good in bikini or you won't know it until you try the Fuji tour. The MSC Adelaide, yeah, that's the one. That's the one that you missed a bit ago. Oh no, it is the Ornelia toast, you're right. The Adelaide is coming, the one that you just saw is the one that's going out. The Adelaide is coming back in, okay. Did you miss many rust buckets? One, Paul. But nobody saw it because I was still setting up, but that one, so that is the MSC, make sure I get it right, the MSC Ornelia. That one is quite rusty actually. Of course, it's disappearing into the very. We had a lot of haze today. So. Switch to there. There you go. Yeah, no, that's fine, Toast. Let's keep it as a rule that we only add the ships that come by here, maybe. Or we see in the distance that are parked there. It's maybe two good things to keep in mind for the website, then at least. We got another smaller one coming in now. It's something with a K in the back. Is it the Allen K or the Elon K? The Eleni K, 90 meters long, 15 meters wide. built in 2009. Came from Dordrecht in the Netherlands, close to Rotterdam. Let me check the radar for a minute, see what is incoming. Let's close all this. Oh no, I closed Stream Buddy. Let's keep that open. Okay, then let's go here. No, not my notes. Clicked the wrong icon. Okay. Yeah, so it looks like the Mirja is not gonna move. Seems like it just moved it a little bit, but that's about it. So what else do we have coming from Antwerp? MSC Elke F, which we saw coming in. Before her is the Costa Rican Star, which is a refrigerated cargo ship. We have the MSC Rose that's on the way. I'm just naming the bigger ones that I can see. Those are all inland ships. More inland ships. The schedule looked quite tame actually for today, so we'll have to see. The Sea Gas Panther, an LPG tanker, is on the way. The Amélie, which is a bulk carrier, is on the way. Oh, the Valparaiso Express is on the way. It's a 300-meter container ship, 333. We have another bulk carrier on the way. We've got a good selection of ships for the next few. That's only just from Antwerp, the ones that I just mentioned. Then if I look to Ghent, we have the Wisslaborg, which is a general cargo ship coming out in a bit. I didn't see anything else coming down the canal, so yep. Then coming in from the coastline, I'm sorry, I'm missing the ship. Coming in from the coastline, the Express Tagus, the Eleni K, that's the one that we're looking at now. Ooh, after that it is a big gap though, of nothingness. So not a lot coming in. Oh, there is a threesome coming in by the looks of it in the entrance. The Hannibal, ooh, an LPG tanker going to Terneuzen, that's gonna be cool. The MSC Nigeria is on the way as well. That's the 261. Rita is on the way, another container ship, what a name. And behind Rita we have the Sea Gas Tiger and the Sampogracht. Now we got a good selection of ships on the way. Can't complain. Alright, go back to the chat. Alright, I'm back in chat. E.G., good afternoon. Yeah, I saw your post, I still have to look into it. I didn't have time yet. It's weird though, because nobody ever reported it, so I'm surprised. Dachvala, good afternoon, sir. Actually, I forgot my jacket at home, but luckily I left a windbreaker jacket in my trunk. So, Super Felix, moin. Welcome to the stream. Maybe it's your phone? I don't know yet. It's Android 15. I've been having some weird stuff with Android 15, so yeah, it could be an issue. But it seems that not a lot of people are using Android 15 yet, and probably nobody has had a fresh install on Android 15 yet, so maybe that has something to do with it. Well, I'll definitely take a look at it, so thanks for reporting. Too awkward. Hello buddy, what is up? My only tier 2. Look at that golden anchor on his badge. Looks sweet. got some. You can clearly see where the canal and the river meet. Again, you have like this clear separation and even a bit of foaming happening right there. A bit of creaming on the water. The Express Daggers. I'm gonna guess that they're feeding for ONE, judging by all the ONE containers on it. Oh, it's a tier 3? My goodness, I thought you were tier 2. I sincerely apologize for mixing you up with a tier 2 pleb. You're an elite tier 3, and indeed it's a golden. It's a silver for the tier 2s. Forgot. So the Express Tagus, 134 meters by 22, built in 2007, and she came from Gdynia in Poland. And the tier 2, you look amazing, Dutch fella, with the tier 2. You're not pleb. Oh yeah, I do have my new glasses that I picked up today. I need a bit of adjusting actually. Oh no, okay, not better. I'm not special enough. You're special in my heart, Dutch fella. That's what counts. Well, how she's cutting through the water. If you look at her bow, looks good. It's like she's slicing through it. So I was watching my VOD yesterday for a little bit, just as a case study. I should move a bit slower and zoom in and out a bit slower to have a more enjoyable viewing experience. So I'm trying that today. She's quite deep. Let's see if we can get her plimsoll line. That will tell us as well what her... But yeah, she has a little bit of room left, judging by the plimsoll line there. But she's definitely deep. Looks fast. She's a smaller ship. The smaller they are, the faster it looks. From what, yeah. Like yesterday we saw these tiny boats go at 10 knots and it looked like super fast, even though it was only 10 knots. Look at all the stairs at the back there. Hey Akandas, good afternoon. It snowed today. Well, it's getting warmer here today, but it's still chilly. I still have to put on my jacket. I'm wearing my, got an issue with the jacket. It suddenly untangled, the zipper. I got the Westerschelde, the shore crew hoodie on. That's better. As you can see, a lot of ship spotting happening today. So these people decided to park right in front of me. They're walking their dog. What's interesting, I just noticed the superstructure on the ship appears to be like more aligned to the left. And then the right side is like more just a hangover. Parking on the grass? I'm parked on the grass. What are you talking about? Isn't grass made for parking? I always thought it was. I think this tower that we're looking at now is my only gripe when I'm standing in this spot. It always blocks the view a bit. Yeah, the general cargo ship went really close to the edge there. Taking the corner very wide, by the looks of it. Hey Lunette, good afternoon. Welcome in. Oh, I'm starting to see some bigger ships appear from the haze. There. That will be the Valparaiso, whatever it was, Express. And then in front of her we have a bulk carrier. We'll see more of those in a minute. You're struggling, Toast. Oh, there it is. Wait. That is a completely outdated command. I replaced it. Were you doing it on the YouTube one or on the Twitch one? Toast is battling everything. This is on Twitch? Oh, guess it didn't work. Does that link even work? Let me check that link. Because I believe Stream Elements stopped using that company for... Yeah, exactly. That doesn't work anymore. Oh, there it is. Get your exclusive, wow, exclusive shore crew merch. Still only your choice. There's not a lot of people who have that one, Uti. I think there's like 5 of them in existence. One of them is in Australia though, so. In case you're wondering what the merch thing is, I made a hat for myself, but somebody asked that they also wanted to buy it. So I opened that store in public. So it's basically, you can get a hat with an embroidered logo on it. And then in the back it will say Shore Crew, also embroidered. And we also have a t-shirt with the same text and logo on the arm, and a hoodie. Hey Roadhawk, good afternoon. Alright, so our next 2 big targets are coming, but as you can see it's quite hazy today. I wonder if the haze will clear up a bit later. But it is super nice out, so I can't complain. The Shore Crew. I mean, we are the crew that stands on the shore, so... Let me have some time. I'm not sure if I can do this properly. Ah, there it is. It's mirrored. There it is. Shore crew. So it's like a very tiny text. So very discreet. You can wear it without being ashamed that you're wearing creator merch. And honestly, for what is it, 22 euros? I feel like that's a good price for a hoodie. If I would buy a hoodie from like a brand, it would cost like double the price, I think. Of course, we'll have to see after 50 times washing it if it's still good, but I'll let you know in a year. But at least the print won't fade out since it's embroidered on it. Okay, so a ship has entered the sluice as well. Let's check it out for a minute while we await more. I feel like we're lower today in terms of like aligning the... That is a Wagenborg ship. Looks like a ghost ship, it's half visible. Yeah, it does give a good, cool vibe to it when the ship is in the haze. The ship has sailed. Ba-dum-tsh. This is the Westerschelde small general cargo ship, 107 meters long, 18 meters wide. She's on the way to for order, so basically she'll probably head out so that he doesn't have to pay port fees, and she'll wait on her next instructions at sea. Got some inland traffic coming up next. I think those will be the two first ships that we see. Yeah, and also I'm not selling the merch to make any money. I set it to like the minimum I'm allowed to, and I think I make like $3 on a sale on an item, so yeah. We're looking at the Nausicaa. She's going to Ghent. Yeah, the shipping is additional. Although I think if you order a large order, shipping becomes free. I think that's how they do it. I'm not sure about that though. But they do ship from warehouses, I would say probably like where they're created. So they're created for Europe, they're created in Latvia, I think. For US, I don't know. But they do ship from the US, from Europe, I believe also from Canada and Australia. Anyway, I don't expect a lot of people to be interested in merch. I just opened it because somebody DM'd me asking about the hat. A bit of a more quiet moment on the river. Told you, Toast, it was going to be a quiet day. Just kidding. Let's look at that one while it approaches for a bit. It is a big boy. The barge that we saw yesterday that was like full of birds is still full of birds. Although it's a little bit less, but there's still a lot of birds on it. And I hear them. Quack, quack. So this Valparaiso Express is from Hapag-Lloyd. She's 333 meters long by 48 meters. Built in 2016. She's turning 9 this year already. It's a German ship, like most of the Expresses. And she's underweight. Wow. She's underweight to the Dominican Republic, to Caucedo. Sautedo. It's pretty Portuguese / Spanish, right? Rest in peace, the 15.4 knot bug. Yeah, I fixed that yesterday. That wasn't acceptable. Oh, I see the bulk carrier is right in front of her there. That's a behemoth. That's a big ship, but it can be bigger. Yo! That was a delayed honk. St. Gregory, thank you for the tier mon. Wow, words are hard again today. Thank you for the tier 1, 4 months. Thank you for the support, buddy. Hope you're doing well. So unfortunately, there's no 400 meters one scheduled for this afternoon, but there is one for like at sunset. So I'm really considering, if the timing works out, to do like a little 1-hour stream this evening to maybe catch that one going by here. But then maybe while standing on one of the piers there, so you get a really good up and close look at her. So there is a chance that we might have a double stream today. Short evening stream after. I'm not sure if I said that loud, but yeah, this one can carry 10,500 20-foot containers. Dominican Republic. Had my best vacation ever there. I went there when I was, I don't know, 12, 13, 14, something like that. Right. That was forced. It was basically with my parents, so it was like it was a beach vacation basically. They didn't do anything, we were just laying on the beach there. Oh, I heard that. 4 AM Laundry, thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Welcome to the Netherlands, where we are ship spotting. Yeah, we have a 333 meter ship approaching. And a bulk carrier next to it, actually. So we got a big boy coming. It's not the biggest ones. We do get the biggest in the world here. We've actually spotted 4 of the biggest one in the world in the past few months. But yeah, big ship coming. See some Maersk containers. That's possible. We also get Maersk ships here. Not that many though. The MSC Letizia 300 is leaving the dock now. Okay, we might be able to catch that one as well then. What did I miss? Monsoon, hello. Mr. Eamon, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Echo, hello. Nero, hello. Nomad, Homet, hello. Welcome everyone. Probably half of you are still watching ads because Twitch is Twitch. So as you can see, she's still a bit out, but she is gonna come all the way here right in front of us, so stay tuned. Also got a guy fishing over there. Wonder what they're fishing on here on the river. Have we seen Steven today? Not yet, but I do have a barge full of Stevens. take a real quick look at all the Stevens that are here today. That is a barge full of Steven Seagull. There's like dozens of them on there. It's also funny how this barge is called merel, which is like the Dutch word for a blackbird. Steven, come. Is this a ship highway? You could call it that. So this river connects the North Sea to the port of Antwerp and the port of Ghent. If you know that the port of Antwerp is the second largest in Europe, then yeah, there's a lot of traffic on this river. My windbreaker jacket is broken. Dang it. And the zipper keeps unzipping from the bottom up. It's not. Let's try again. So many ships. We got a good selection. It's not that busy though today. Usually it's even busier. It's a river, not a sea. No, this is officially a river, but it leads into the sea. But yeah, this is a river. So if you're new to the channel, we're looking towards Antwerp now, but you got to know that the river makes like a snake-like movement. So the ships go all the way there. Well, it's very hazy now, but you can even see ships all the way over there in the distance, going away and coming. And then they'll curve around a bit of land over there, and they'll do another curve all the way to Antwerp. Then they'll come towards us. They'll come right in front of us here by this pier. And then again, they'll curve away from us, as you can see over there by that ship. It's also leaving us. And over in the distance, we can't see it today because of the haze. If it's a clear day, we can see it. There's a city, and that is the entrance of the river. And additionally, we are at the intersection where ships go to the right here on the frame. And then they'll go, there's 3 sluices here. One of which is still not in use, even though it's officially opened last year. It's still not in use, but they'll go into these sluices or locks, if you want to call them, towards Ghent. You can see that there is a ship in the sluice over there as well. Looks like the bulk carrier will be here first. Have we had the bulk carrier on the overlay yet? Maybe now is a good time. Let's see where it's going. Are those channel locks? Yes. So the whole river is subject to tides, high tide, low tide. That's why the canal to Ghent doesn't have that, so that's why they have 3 locks. Also, a big part of the port of Antwerp is behind locks, although the 2 biggest container docks are also tidal docks. This is the North Houston, 183 meters long, 30 meters wide, a bulk carrier, meaning it carries raw materials, sand, any type of coal or ores, or could also be food like grains, rice, could be anything. And she's sailing under the Panama flag, built in 2021. She's going to Mobile in Houston. Mobile in the US. Is that in Alabama, Mobile? Mobile, Alabama. About 150 ships per day are sailing on the Westerschelde River. The river is difficult to sail because of the tide. There you go. Moin Ulrich. Moin. Ah, I do love a good big container ship when I see one. And I saw an article yesterday or the day before that in Q1 of 2025 the port of Antwerp has moved more containers than the port of Rotterdam. So in terms of containers, Antwerp will be now the #1 port in Europe. What does a container ship carry? Anything you can think of. There's a statistic that 1 in 3 items that you touch in your entire life, every item, 1 in 3 will have been in a container on a container ship at some point. So anything could be on there. Could be your new iPad, could be explosives, could be weapons, could be vehicles. Well, vehicles will mostly be in ro-ros, but vehicles are also transported with containers sometimes. So yeah, could be anything you can think of. And so the biggest in the world of like these container ships can carry up to 24,000 20-foot containers. To give you an idea, if you have a ship and it will be, they're never 100% loaded. I believe the load record right now is like 21,000 or just over 22,000 20-foot containers. If you would line up a full ship with 24,000 containers, that would be a line that is 150 kilometers long. That's how much containers and stuff fit on these ships. The one that's now coming is only half of that, so that's still like 10,000 containers that fit on her. So that's still 10,000 containers, so that would be a line of like, I don't know, 70-ish kilometers probably. Are there ships that carry other ships? Oh yeah, there's plenty of cool ships. There's like submersible ships. So those basically sink. Another ship can sail over it and then it lifts. So to lift the ship out of the water. Recently there was a shipping ship arriving in Rotterdam and it had 7 inland ships on top of it. They were literally like stacked like little bricks, like little Legos on top of each other. There were 7 on them. So there was just the hull, little casco, and then they'll be finished in Rotterdam. You load paper rolls for the SEA/Stena ships, 2 containers in Kiel. Oh, look at that. So you fill the containers with the paper rolls then. That's cool, Ulrich. It is, Dutch fella, it is. I'll go back to the big container ship once it's past the tower that's there. I'll stay on the Houston for a few minutes. Dude, I'm gonna put my glove back on. It's like the wind is just chilly on my hand. Hey Chef Dave, good afternoon, welcome. Consider my mind blown. It's actually funny, Dutch fella, you reported last week, but I didn't really know what the issue was. And then someone noticed yesterday that, oh, the speed is always 15.4. Why is that? And that's when the euro dropped in my head. I was like, oh, that's what's broken. It's not displaying. Today they load U-boats and dock ships? Wait, submarines? They're loading submarines and dock ships? Cool. Where are they doing it? In Kiel, Ulrich? Okay, the big boy is here. We'll have another bulk carrier to look at in a little bit. There is another bulk carrier coming. In Kiel, yeah. Oh, cool. That's awesome. So we do get a lot of like sea platform type ships in Vlissingen up the river, up towards the North Sea. But it's always hard to know when they will come in or if there will be one that's coming in. Because otherwise I would love to go to Vlissingen to catch one of those big sea platform ships being dragged in. It's really cool to see. Look at the water reflecting in her hull. It looks fresh. So yeah, she's going to the Caribbean. She might overtake the bulk actually, ever so slowly. So someone said they saw Maersk containers, but I don't see any on this one. We have Hapag-Lloyd, CMA CGM, UASC. She's gonna come by real close to us. She's overtaking the bulker. Never gets old seeing one of these massive ships. Nope. Stay focused. Surprisingly fast. Well, how many knots was she doing? 11. What is that, like about 30 kilometers an hour-ish? Okay, now I'm fully zoomed out. There's no way she'll fit in one frame, actually, I think. She's never going a lot faster than the bulker. Look at that. That's cool, Ulrich. So we were talking about 20-foot containers, so basically that row is a row exclusively for 20-foot containers. The other ones are 40. The Houston is only doing, wow, it's only 2 knots difference? Yeah, it looks a lot faster. I think the Houston slowed down though, so she could overtake. There's no way that's only 2 knots difference. Just saw that. Look at those anchor. There's like proper boxes where the anchors go into. Also looks like we've joined a tuning meeting. All kinds of tuned cars arriving. Anchor lockers, is that the proper name? More tuned cars arriving. It's the VW Golf Tuned Car Club. Ankerkles, okay. No geocaching anymore? No, Chris, I kind of burned out on it a little bit. I'm still doing it off stream though, every once in a while. It's been a while though. I should really go out again. But this is my new thingy, my hobby. I will never understand people and their cars. It's okay. I also stopped streaming for a few months, Chris, last summer. Kind of burned out on it a little bit. And then I came here just for a pastime, and I enjoyed it so much that I decided to try and stream it, and you all seem to really like it as well. So this is our new thing. I'll show you all the tuned cars in a minute. They've all parked in the middle of the grass. Inertia can be at sea for 30 to 60 without taking fuel or food. Yeah. Like especially, for example, to go from Europe to Asia, that's easily a 30-day trip. Especially now that the Suez Canal is being used less, and a lot of the bigger ships seem to go back around the Horn of Africa. It's quite a big trip. But yeah, this one is now, the Hapag-Lloyd is going to the Dominican Republic. So I'm assuming it's gonna take like 2-ish weeks, between 2 and like 15, 16 days to get there probably. And she'll probably do some South America after, I think. Oh no, I lost a bit of plastic. No, I'm not yeah, got it. A piece of plastic fell. Hey, Chris, are beautiful ships. Indeed. Some good looking ships. Ooh, what is that ship that's coming towards us? Oh, that looks like a dredge ship to me. Yeah, it's probably a dredge, so we'll see that one in a little bit, I think. There's another bulk ship approaching, and ooh, hang on. So this one can carry up to 10,000 20-foot containers, Chris. If you would line them up, it would be a line of about 70 kilometers long of containers. But keep in mind, they're never 100% filled to capacity, so there won't be 10,000 on it right now. So we got the tuning meeting happening over there in the grass. Which I'm not interested in because I don't care for cars. But we do have this Wagenborg ship leaving the sluice. The super yachts. Cool, Ulrich. This is the Wisłaborg. She's going to foreorder, which basically means she'll go out at sea and she's gonna wait for order, wait for instructions. There's always a good amount of, well, there's always a few containers a year that fall off ships and get lost at sea. It happens. It's just a fact. I think back in November was the last time that I saw pictures of a container ship going back to Liverpool, where one of the back stacks collapsed. So a container that was underneath collapsed, so all the other ones above it like twisted over the side. I think a few fell off, and a few containers were literally hanging off the side of the ship as she came into port. So this is a general cargo ship. She can do containers, but she can also do all kinds of other freight. Missed your Porsche. Yeah, Wagenborg has some ferry services they do actually as well. A very small and stump bulb on that one, you can see. What is draw? Yeah, that's how deep the ship is in the water. So that's the amount of meters that is below the water surface that we can see. That is a draught. Look at the tuner gang meeting up. Is that the size container? You got 20 feet? Most used containers here in Europe are 40 foot. Puppy, but they use the 20-foot measurement because sometimes, and we even saw it on the container ship we had earlier, there's certain bays where only 20-foot containers will fit in. And you can slot two 20-foot containers in a 40-foot container bay. So it's just more convenient to express capacity in 20 foot because then you'll know the total capacity. So I always say that you can divide the number by 2, but that's actually not really true, because there are certain bays where you cannot fit a 40-foot container inside of. Looks like they're gonna prepare the pilot's ladder. So if you're new, all the ships that are on the river here, either coming or going, they have a pilot on board. So that's basically a local person which has a lot of knowledge on the river. They know every single detail of the river, and it's mandatory to get a pilot. But that means the pilot will get off on a smaller ship at the entrance of the river. Then another pilot will get on, and that one will guide the ship all the way out to sea. And then that second pilot will also get off. So there's 2 sets of pilots that ships need. And the ultra-large ships get even 2 pilots on board. So you can see they're lowering the ladder. So yeah, being a pilot here, it pays well, but it's a highly professional, a lot of experience job. You can't just apply for becoming a pilot. A lot of the pilots here are usually retired. They used to be captains in their younger years on bigger ships across the world. And then now they want to be closer to home, closer to family. So I guess that's a solution then, because you still get to go home after a 12-hour shift. Their main job is just guiding the ship safely into port or out of port. And there is of course a security factor to it, like because there is a pilot on board, they can check certain things. There will never be any anchor dragging, as you sometimes hear in the Nordics. So it's also a security factor. But honestly, it's mostly as well to like guide the ships, because it's a very treacherous river. There's tides, there's currents on here, and there's a small, narrow shipping lane they can go through. Like, you see the river is ultra wide. Also, we are approaching high tide at 2. But there are sandbanks. You can even still see a little bit of a sandbank sticking out. So you cannot just use the full width of the river. You have to like snake around on the river, follow the shipping lanes. That is another thing ever. In most ports it is, I think. Actually in every port it is a thing. Ports, rivers, canals, the Panama Canal, the Suez Canal, they also have pilots. So the only time there's no pilot on board is when they're out at open sea, basically. That's when the captain and the crew are the only ones controlling and deciding. So maybe now's a good time. If you're new to the channel, you want to see more ship stuff, don't forget to subscribe if you're viewing on YouTube, or if you're watching on Twitch, drop that follow, and you'll see when we go live again. Maybe tonight actually, because there is a 400-meter ultra large ship coming in tonight, so I might do a 1-hour special this evening during sunset, but that remains to be confirmed. Otherwise the next stream will always be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so yeah, tomorrow. Air crew, yeah, that's another pilot, another type of pilot. Yeah, or if the captain can get a pilot exemption certificate, but honestly, I think there's a few DFDS ships that have it, a few captains for DFDS for the line between Ghent and Gothenburg, but other than that, I haven't seen it yet. Is it only worth to flow north besides the Nile? Yeah, this one does go east to west. But it is a constant task here. There's always dredges on the river, making sure all the shipping lanes stay deep enough. There's always 1 or 2 or 3 dredges that you will see on the river dredging around. Hey Palauser, boats, indeed. Good afternoon. Yeah, we got a bulk coming. We also got a little sailboat over there. Let's check out the sailboat. They might actually be fishing. I think behind her is an LPG tanker that's coming our way. So that's when that's filled, or if it's empty, but it gets filled with liquid gas. Do sailboats need permission to be here? I mean, you need the certain licenses and everything, but you don't need any permits or anything. You can just be on the river. You just cannot be in the way of bigger ships. The bigger ships have right of way on the river. Popeye needs photo of this ship, but this is really far away, buddy. I don't think she's coming closer, actually. Maybe if she gets close, Toast, I'll make a photo, but this is too far for a decent picture, in my opinion. Hey, Dutch Eagle. Good afternoon. Welcome. That one seems to be parked. Let's go to our next bigger boy that's coming. We got a bulker or a bulk carrier. This is the Amélie, 180 meters by 30 meters, built in 2013. That's 12 years old. Going to Nordenham in Germany, Deutschland. Looks like the tuner boys are coming towards me. Gonna sit on the bench. Let's see, what else do we have moving? Yeah, so we have the MSC Letizia, also going to the same port. That's crazy. Yeah, the Costa Rican Star still coming. There's the pillar. We got the MSC Nigeria that's on the way from the coast. So yeah, we still have the LPG tanker coming here as well. Okay. Got some stuff underway. Hey LT, good afternoon. Did I just see the sea lion? I know. I saw something jumping out of the water on the left. Well, not in frame, but just... It's a big boat. Nah, it's an average one. We had a 300-meter one, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. Oh, what is that? I haven't seen that bird before. Wait, where did it go? It dove down again. Damn it. There was a bird right over there somewhere. Let's see if we can. Yeah, I'll go back to it if it appears again. Vesselfinder.com, Alti. Or marinetraffic.com, whatever you prefer. Yeah, that's a link to Vessel Finder. The options are limited though for free users, but it's usable. Put my gloves back on. Across from Cozumel, gotcha. Oh yeah, I see the MSC ship approaching now from the distance. Looks like we have the Dutch police patrolling. Ship is probably gonna have a very hot name, like some letters and number combination. Last we saw a puppy, it was near Spain yesterday, I believe. So it's still underway. So it has to go all the way around Spain and then across the whole Mediterranean. But it's still underway. What was the ETA? I think it's the May 16th was the estimated time of arrival. Yeah, it's the P-42. Yeah, if you want to track it, indeed, you can look for what a Jacob typed. This vessel is not on AIS. Ooh, it's being anonymous. Another tuning car arrived. Really looks like I've entered a tuning meetup. Oh, that was a ship horn. And another one. Bruh. These boys are going to be so sad if all vehicles become electric at some point in the future. The P4? Oh, it's the P42. I don't think it's the P4. The tug has reached Spain. We'll post my daily update later on Discord. Yeah, Wurstbrod has been tracking it. Alright. Let's go away from the police before they get angry because I'm filming them. P-42, that's it. Currently sailing 13 knots. So did it suddenly appear on radar or? Got some ocean tugs to go from there to Puerto Rico. Trailer barge, yeah. He has lost update 14 days ago. She's undercover. We ruined the undercover for this police vessel. Yeah, this is a law enforcement bulk carrier. They need this to ship all the cocaine back. I see some tugs coming out. They're probably gonna pick up the LPG tanker that's on the way. It's gonna be cool. We don't see too many LPG tankers going to Ghent. I'm excited to catch that one later. Hey Susie, good afternoon, welcome. The Heraclea is now almost to the border of Portugal. Look at that. The northern border? Who's brought or the southern border? I'm assuming the northern border then. So in about 2 days she'll round Gibraltar. North, okay. Still different areas. I mean, the whole ocean, a lot of it is just like with lines and areas where you can go and can't go. It's basically like lines on the highway or lines on the roads. You can't just freely go anywhere. We got 3 tugs for the LPG tanker heading out. Nice. It's like a convoy heading out of tugs. Yeah, apparently this turned into an impromptu tuning meetup spot, Susie. Lock it a bit more. There we go. Look at that big chimney. Oh, look at those chimneys on the 7. Oh, I love those chimneys. Muscle boat chimneys. Looks good. Toast is getting all the info in. So you got the 1. We got this is the 1. This is the 7. And then we have the 22. They're all 3 different types though. If you look at how they're built, they're all 3 different. That one is the least good looking of them all, in my opinion. It's a rave. So they're all 3 are heading out to a rendezvous with an LPG tanker that is coming towards Ghent. So they're all attached. By the time we see them back, they'll be attached to the LPG tanker, and then they'll guide it into the sluice. Meanwhile, we got our next big target approaching. Well, there we go. Oh, it has one of those wave catchers in the front, these spoilers. The MSC Nigeria, if I'm not mistaken, is what we're looking at right now. No, not a Nigerian prince. The MSC Nigeria came from Thames in the UK before being anchored in front of the coast. Now she's coming in for Antwerp. She looks bigger than she is. She's only she is 260 meters long, 46 meters wide. Built last year, so a pretty new ship. She's currently 12.3 meters in the water. The MSC Nigeria is sailing under the Liberia flag. Oh wow! It must be the Coast Guard. Doing a low fly. Where are they? Yeah, that's the Coast Guard for sure. Flying over the river. Whoa, there, got him back. Oh, 2. Yeah, the Coast Guard. Came from Schiphol. Wait, where's the big one? Oh, he went behind the pier. We'll catch him in a minute again then. We'll stay on this one for a little bit. Is that already the LPG tanker then that is approaching? I assume so. No, that's a container ship. Do we see the LPG tanker yet? Let's see, I don't see it yet. Oh, I think I see it over there. Yeah, that green, no, yeah, that's the LPG tanker. Okay. Zooming is great, big lens, 240mm zoom lens. But that last bit for the plane, that was digital zoom on top of the lens. Another thing I just missed. It's quite a big sailboat. Oh, that's quite a decent sized one. This is the Second Love. What a good name for a ship. Wife comes first, the second love is the ship. Yeah, it's quite a big one if you compare it to the Popeye that we saw earlier. There you go. And then the Popeye is really, really tiny. Let's see how they go past each other. We're calling them pleasure crafts, yeah. Oh. No, it's too far away, Sulzy, for a decent picture. It will be too minuscule, in my opinion. It's mostly the sails that seem to be a lot bigger, Toast, on that other one. Gotcha. Looks like the tugs are out in a row. That's a cool shot. Oh, the pier has a little wind catcher as well there to show the wind direction. You see that on the left. Oh, suddenly the wind picks up, a bit chillier. Maybe now is a good time if you like the relaxing vibe of the ship spotting. Don't forget to drop a follow if you're watching on Twitch, or subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. We're trying to reach 1,000 subs on YouTube by the end of the year. Of course, you can always smash that like button if you're you want to go the extra mile for supporting. What's up, QR? Catch me on both. Cheers, Poppy. It's a big ass boat. Medium size. Only 260 meters. She can carry 8,496 TEUs. Medium, I mean, if you know that the largest ones are 400 meter, this is a medium. And so this has a capacity of 8,500, roughly rounded. The biggest ones have a capacity of 24,000, so it's 1/3 of the biggest ones in the world. But yeah, 260 meters is still quite big if you think about it. The spoiler is really cool on the front actually, and something that the newer ships have from MSC, which apparently is mostly intended for the wave braking. I thought it was more of like an aerodynamic thing, but it's more of a wave thingy to protect the containers from being splashed too much. It's got a fat nose. It's revving time. $364. Wait, is there a 364 on their way? Where is that one coming from, Uthi? The port of the coast? I haven't seen it yet on radar. The MSC Rose, let me see. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, indeed. She's around in the corner. Too bad it's hazy, otherwise we would already see her. Okay, let's go back to catching this one. So we have an even bigger one, biggest of the day then underway. The MSC Rose, which is 64 meters long. Look at the water reflecting in the bow. Really interesting design though, the little bump in the front. Hey Washbar, moin. gloves back on. Quite a bit of wind chill actually. Creates a lot of wake though in the front. Look at those waves, how the waves go past her bow. Although behind her it's very still, very interesting. I wonder if it has a name. I would call it the wave breaker. Look at that structure, it has like a whole inner structure as well for stability. Interesting for sure. They're parking the Mina in front of the Miria. Make sure you get on the right ship if you come back. You think it's ugly because of the bow? I think it has something unique to it though. It makes it stand out a bit. And I've actually seen, I think it was a CMA GCM ship, a 400 meter big boy that also had it. So I think more newer ships will actually get it. You can see the braces tying the containers down to the brackets. The little X's on the second row from the top. Thanks, Solo Games. Welcome. I've got so many ships now. What do you look for first? There is a cool LPG tanker coming. Let's say all green ship. Look at that one in a minute. Oh wow, we got a ship that's gonna contend for the rustiest ship of the day. Look at that one. Rita is a proper rusty ship, although her superstructure is pretty clean. By the way, she also has a little spoiler type design in the front, this one. So the Rita is 207 meters long, but only 33 meters wide. That's why she looks a lot smaller than the Nigeria we just had. Built in 2007. 2,785 TEU. Let me check. Rita. She came from Turkey, Nemrut in Turkey. And before that she was anchored in front of the coast. That's why it says that she came from Antwerp, Anchorage. Her bulb still looks fresh though. If you know what the bulb is, that's basically the little thing sticking out in the front. It's called a bulbous bow. Look at all that rust. That's a good amount of rust. What is the rust rating on this one, chat? What do you guys think? How much out of 10 rust? I'm gonna give this a... The superstructure is clean though, so I'll give it a 6. I'll give it a 6. 7, 8, 7.5? Wow, it's a very high rate. I mean, look at her superstructure. She's clean. And her bulb is also clean. Yes, it's how much rust. A 10 would be like a ship that's like completely one big rust spot. I don't think we'll ever get a 10. A 10 has no business being afloat. 6.9, 6.5, a 5. Good voting. Good voting. But yeah, this might probably be the rustiest one we see today. Would be instant tetanus. That bulker we saw, yeah, that was crazy. Got a person for a scale in the corner. And then we get an all green LPG tanker, the Seagas Panther. We've seen one of these before with the all green color. I'm still not convinced I like it. I guess it's cheaper to buy paint for the whole ship in one color. There are also cruise ships. Not today, so there's not that many cruise ships that come over the river actually. There's only like a handful a year. But cruise season does start next week, and next week, during the week, unfortunately I can't stream on those days, but there is a cruise ship expected in Antwerp. But most of the cruise ships here go to Zeebrugge, so they don't have to go over the river where we are right now. Also, the size of a cruise ship that can go all the way to Antwerp is limited, because they park near the city center of Antwerp, and the river there is not that wide, and they need to be able to do a 180 turn there to go back out. At least the green is something there. That is true, that is true. I don't know. Look at it. What do you guys think of the green? Yay or nay? Not a fan. Too much green. A stealth color. Yeah, if it would be sailing in a bush, it would be a stealth color. But it's out on the water. It looks off. Yeah, exactly. That's also the vibe that I get. Like it doesn't. But they did get white paint for the chimney. Well, I guess they're making a statement. We like the color green. should be hot pink. We do get hot pink ships. Oh, we got the next contender arriving in the tuning meeting. We got another one. Another sea gas is approaching from the west. Yeah, I saw that. There was a sea gas coming in as well. I think I actually already see it in the distance right now. A Finnish oil refining company has some tankers in mint green superstructure. Sounds special. Mint green. Something we haven't seen here yet. I wonder if they'll wave. Probably. I've even seen pilots wave at each other on the river, so it happens. Oh, look at that cloud formation. Sweet. Alright, so we got some stuff coming. First of all, we got a bigger LPG tanker. That one is being attached to tugboats. We'll see that one in a little bit. And if I pan further out, that is another all green sea gas ship. Behind her is another container ship, and then the biggest one of the day is approaching. It's appearing from the haze. Let's get over there. There she is. That is the MSC Rose, which is a 364 meter ship. So we got some good stuff coming over the next hour, so stay tuned. Stay tuned, just like all the cars here. Tuned. It's like a huge hulking monster. It's like a whole floating city that's approaching. Plane? No, ship. There's other streams if you want planes. Alright, it's a little bit of a wait until we have our next one. Oh, I think there's a new ship that just arrived on the other side of the river. No, not that one. Oh yeah, that one just arrived. That wasn't there earlier. So those are anchor spots on the river that you see over there on the other side. No, not you. The Sampo-gracht, that ship. Looks like a general cargo ship with cranes. It is. Quite a big one, 185 meters by 25. She came from Jacksonville in the US. Look at that. She's on the way to Vlissingen, where she just arrived. Yes, Rolf, we are at the Terneuzen side. If I pan all the way over here, you will see, oh, hang on, cable got stuck. There's a little tuning meeting going on, but that is Terneuzen over there. I think a little inland ship went into the sluice towards Ghent. Yeah, nothing too special happening in the sluices right now. For those who just joined, you missed this one, but you are getting an even bigger one. There she is. So that massive floating thing is coming our way. I think she'll be in front of us in like 30 minutes from now, I think. She'll be here. We also have this dredge that's been parked there for a while. I think they're doing some kind of dredge operations. Also looks like there's, oh yeah, they're using the excavator. Either loading or emptying. I think they're filling it up actually. Because there is, if you go to the back, there is an inland ship next to it. So that, bruh, please. Oh, that is the Zeeburg. That's a stream regular. You've seen that one before. You're originally from Zealand, now living in the US. Ah. And this is close to where you grew up. Stealing sand. Yeah, they're stealing sand from the river. Yeah, so I think they're emptying it onto the inland ship. That's interesting. They're not dumping it anywhere else. Oh, what is that? What is happening over there? Looks like they're leaking. What is that? Probably spraying something off. They're waterfalling. Oh, they're done. Oh no, bad news. The massive LPG tankers for the chemical plant. It's not gonna come all the way here. Oh, that's unfortunate. That was a massive LPG tanker, like one of the bigger ones I've seen on the river. And it's going, there's like a little port area over there as well for this big chemical plant on the left here. So it's gonna empty in that. Oh. Too bad, too bad. Yeah, that's the Hannibal. How long is it? 230 meters. That's big for now. Usually the LPG tankers we get on the river are like 100 meters or something like that. So yeah. And another tuner arrives. There's like a million cars now there. Weird. It's twice the size of any other vessel that's currently moored there. Yeah. Yeah, but just for an LPG tanker, that's just one of the bigger ones that we get here. Well, then our next one will be that container ship that's approaching, followed by the all green. I'm not sure where that one went, the all green that was coming towards us. I don't see it anymore. Maybe it's behind the pier. So the one we're looking at is the Valdivia, 178 meters long, 28 meters wide. She came from Klaipėda in Lithuania, feeding containers to Antwerp, probably to be shipped for a long distance journey then from here. Yeah, I've definitely lost the all green one. It's interesting. It must be behind that structure there somewhere. (1,678) 20-foot containers fit on that one. It's max capacity. Well, we'll see it in a minute. I'm gonna go back to the other side because there was a cool shot to be made in the distance. Look at that. So that is the MSC Rose and the MSC Nigeria. They're about to cross each other. Alright, let's take a first look at the MSC Rose on the overlay. 164 meters by 51 meters tall. Built last year, so also a pretty new one. This one doesn't have the big front spoiler by the looks of it. She's on the way to Thames in the UK. Thames. Yeah, quiet moment here, not much passing. So we'll go back to the closer container ship until that one is here. I still wonder where the other one went. The others, did it also go to the small harbor? Let me check on radar. The other sea gas. No, it should be on the left of the Tiger from where we're looking. So yeah, it is indeed going to be behind the pier, behind that little cabin, that structure. So it will appear. You know, they're side by side actually. There's two ships. If Vivaldi is really in a hurry, 17 knots. That's about the usual speed for ships on the river. 17. It's like the top. Oh, we got something else to look at until this one is a bit closer. There's an inland ship heading out of the canal right there. It's coming this way. This is the Santos. Oh, I saw this one parked near a... Did I see this one parked? Yeah, I think I did actually. Let me check its track. I went to a store by the canal before coming here, and I think it was parked right over there. Let me double confirm that. No, it wasn't. It was a different one then, I guess. I saw. Did I get the new glasses? I did. I'm wearing them right now. They're better than the old ones, actually. I had an issue with the old ones that they kept like sliding a little bit forward on my nose because it wasn't a perfect fit for me. These ones are like a perfect fit. They don't move, they don't slide. So it's really nice. So while I was by the store, there were 2 inland ships parked there at the canal. Hang on. Okay. There were 2 ships parked by the canal. One of them had just loaded its car on the back deck, and it literally like had to shove its car diagonally across the back deck to make it fit, because it was like kind of a big car. It really looked shady as hell. It had to like turn its front wheels in an angle, otherwise it wouldn't be able to fit on the deck. I should have made a picture of it. It looked really like, this doesn't look safe. But yeah, nothing special on this deck. No hot tubs. Car was compensating. It just looked very wonky to load your car like that, but it's not my car, so. It does look like the container ship has now overtaken the sea gas. I have to say, I do think it's MSC Saturday. The amount of MSC ships we've seen today is crazy. So there's 2 more coming, I think. Including the ultra large one. A lot of reefers on that ship. If you know what a reefer is, that's basically a refrigerated container. So the content of the container needs to stay cool or even frozen. You can see all these containers there on the front. They have like these big holes in the side on the edge there. And that's refrigeration units that are in there. So it could be fresh produce in there or something frozen. don't think the tariffs had any impact on the amount of shipping that happened. The only thing I heard was that it was very busy in the port of Antwerp the days before the tariff stuff happened, but because everybody wanted to drop their stock in the US. Looks like she had a paint job, but the color was different. They didn't have the exact same color anymore in stock. So they were like, close enough. Good enough, this color. Me painting my apartment walls. Meanwhile, she didn't have enough of the previous all-green ship. This is the Sea Gas Tiger that's now here. Sister ship. Also looks like she had a bit of touch up with paint. There's also 2 shades of green on that one. Hey Stutler, good afternoon, welcome. To all of you who just joined, you are still in time to see the biggest one of the day. There is a 365 meter ship approaching. Should be here in like 15 minutes from now, I think, in front of us. Until then, we have this questionable all-green ship to look at. And as I said, a bit of a paint job on that one as well. A bit of touch-up. It does look like the green on the superstructure is a tiny bit different shade than the green of the hull. It's a bit of a darker green. Is that a support ship? No, so this one, this is an LPG ship. So this transfers LPG. It would be in the color of rust. They don't know whether it's rusted or it's actually She's loud, this one. It's a loud one. Can't wait to have the better mic set up so you guys can properly hear the ships. The big domes, we don't really get those here, Papi. I would love to spot one of those. I've never seen one in real life. I've seen pictures of those. I've never seen them in myself. The dome ships look really cool. Full tray. So there she is. There's the biggest one for today, probably. Although, as I said, there might be a small chance that I come out again this evening by sunset at like 8 probably to catch a 400 meter ship that's gonna come in. But that's a big if and maybe, so I'm not committing to it. But there might be a chance that I come out if I have time. Hey GB Modding, good afternoon, welcome. Now's a good time if you're new to the channel and you like the relaxing vibe of watching the ships. Don't forget to drop a follow for the Twitch viewers, or if you're watching on YouTube, please click the subscribe button. I'm really trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. That would be amazing. And of course, if you really want to go the extra mile, you can smash a like button. That will mostly help other people who like ships and ship-related stuff to find the stream. It is a city in Chile. Oh, I didn't know that, the JPEG, that it was a city, the Valdivia. But a lot of ships are named after countries, cities, persons, so yeah. Even the one that we're looking at now, the big one, that is the MSC Rose. So it's also named after a after a girl. You guys have a lot of gas fields, or Europe has mostly import for gas. With the whole Russia thing. I'm not going to get into politics, but with that whole situation, we do get a lot of gas that is now supplied from the US to Europe with ships. One of the major hubs for it is in Zeebrugge, actually, so up the coast from where we are. It has a massive gas terminal. From there it spreads out to all of Europe, actually. Named after Axl Rose. If that's the case, then the ship might be late. Hey Hans, good afternoon. Hey Dro, good afternoon. Okay, so currently nothing coming in from the coast anymore, but we do have a few more ships, including the biggest one of the day, coming from Antwerp. So there's more stuff to look at. Weird, both of them were built, yeah, but they're different sizes, right? So they're probably different shipyards or different companies that built them. How are the King's celebration around the Westerschelde? I haven't seen anything from it, QV. The only thing I saw, there were some bouncy houses or bouncy castles near one of the villages I drove through coming here. That's all I saw. Good story, Dro. Hey Tajama, good afternoon. Is today Koningsspelen? What is Koning? It's just King's Day. So it's a national holiday in the Netherlands. And they're all celebrating the King's birthday. A sports thing for you? I have no idea. How old is the king? I wouldn't know. I'm not from the Netherlands. Just live across the border. Hey man, it's probably somewhere in the 60s already, right? Oh, okay, 56 or 57. Gotcha. The upper 50s then. 57, there we go. Oh, I love this shot though. The sun is really shining nicely on her. I like it. Because there are a bit of clouds that are coming up actually. Not sure what the weather wants to do. You have some like Kingsley in Belgium? No, we have a national holiday. They just call it the national holiday, but that's the Belgian Independence Day basically. It's when Belgium became independent, July 21st. Don't ask me the year, I'm bad at numbers. How little the one looks now? Oh yeah, indeed. That's the other container ship, the Valvidia. Bruce, thank you for the membership on YouTube. Cadets needed, the deck is dirty. He needs a paint job. Welcome aboard, Bruce. Yeah, the King of the Netherlands, for those who don't know that, he has a commercial pilot license. So in order to keep that, he has to fly every once in a while. So every once in a while, he flies actual commercial jets for a KLM. So there is always a chance if you book a flight on KLM, that it will be the King of the Netherlands flying you, which is a pretty cool thing. I mean, gotta admit. How many kings have a commercial air pilot license? R2 F-16s, yeah, but it's not as cool as a commercial airline, in my opinion. Thank you for that, Jacob. I now read the number and I will forget it again, for sure. Looks like the rose is slowly spinning. Standing a little bit away from the camera in the sun. It's nice and warm. From whom you gain independence? No idea. The French? History and biology. Two courses in school that never really interested me at all. I think biology was even worse. Oh, from you guys, okay. Am I sitting today? No, I'm standing up. I'm sitting at the back of my, like in my trunk of my car a little bit. I'm not like sitting down on it in the chair or anything. How could I not like biology? I don't know, all the types of birds and animals and plants. Yeah, it's just, it doesn't appeal to me. I was more into, how is a baby formula? That's not biology, that's sex education. Don't get it confused. No, I was more into science stuff. STEM, basically. You don't really know the royalty in the middle of Europe. There aren't that many here, right, in the middle. So we have Belgium, the Netherlands, Spain has one. And I think that's it for most of Central or like Western Europe. Does Denmark have a king? I think they do. Yeah, Denmark has one as well. UK, yeah, UK, true. Forgot about UK. But let's be honest, the UK is no longer part of Europe. If the UK could, they would literally move the UK away from Europe, just so they are not Europe. Yeah, then in the Nordics, there's Norway, Sweden. I don't know, except for maybe some ceremonial function, I don't really see the use for a king or a royal house. That's my personal opinion. I think democratic elected officials are much more useful. Do you like the bridge in front of the rear? I love the new ships that they are building, the new generation ones, where the bridge is completely in the front. I kind of like that puppy. It looks different. Maybe that's why I like it, but it just looks cool. Like I think back in November or October, we saw the Alexandria Maersk, which was a really cool one to see, or the Maersk Alexandra. That was one of the new generation ones. Yeah, Ultras on the new Maersk ships, exactly. We only saw it once or twice actually on the river. They don't come here that often, those types. You know, I see a man in an orange shirt. He's definitely celebrating. They don't look that big yet. They're not 400 meters those. They're like 300 something meters, the new Maersk ones. And they're only like 40-ish, I think, 40 to 50 meters wide. So they're not the 61 meters of the ultra large ones. That ship is huge. It's decent. It has 15,600 TEU capacity, Kunkel Bunny. Keep in mind, the biggest ones have 24,000, so it can get bigger. They're LNG powered, I believe, the new Maersk ones, so liquid gas. Well, a lot of new ships are either dual fuel, so still traditional plus LNG, or just LNG only ships. You do see a move in the shipping industry from the heavy fuels towards LNG more. It looks like the sailboat is coming back as well. What a good looking ship. Oh, the camera doesn't see it, but the water is nicely reflecting in. Oh, now you see it. Look at the reflection of the water in the bow. It's really cool. Also 2 bow thrusters. That are those icons that you see there, those round icons. They indicate that she has 2 bow thrusters to maneuver. Yet she'll still need tugboats. I sound Scandinavian. I'm from Belgium. But we stream in the Netherlands almost exclusively now, as the river mostly goes through the Netherlands. But all the ships go to Belgium or come from Belgium. Look at a guy in the orange shirt celebrating King's Day. He's posing for his picture. How's my French? It's okay. I understand most of it. I don't like speaking it though. I'm not that good in finding words, but I understand most of it. What is that thing? Is that like an electrical cabin or something on the back there? Never seen that before. They're called putain. Did it say AMP? Oh yeah, amps. Maybe it is an electrical cabin. Probably kinetic. Anything you can think of has at some point been in a container, probably, so. It could also be explosives or other crazy stuff. Chemicals, fresh produce, furniture, electronics, you name it, we ship it. The box label AMP is likely an alternate maritime power system. Oh, okay. Also known as cold ironing, this technology allows ships to connect to shore-based... Oh, that's cool. Hey Soren, good afternoon. That was a very loud van that just came by. So this will be our biggest ship for today that we just saw come by. Exciting. What do we have coming there? I think that's one of those ships that can transport containers on the top there. We'll see it when it gets a bit closer. Nine ads. Poor Dro. Poor Dro. I'm sorry, Dro. You can always watch on YouTube. Alright, coming up next we have a refrigerated container ship, which means that almost all containers on there will be refrigerated. Those ships are mostly used to transport fresh produce, fruits, vegetables. Let's take one more look at MSC Rose. Hey! St. Gregory, thank you for gifting that sub to Dro. Oh, we already got it on the overlay, then I might as well show you guys. Dro, there you go, no more ads for a month. Thank you, St. Gregory, appreciate that. So this is the Costa Rican Star and she's on the way to Côte d'Ivoire or Ivory Coast in Africa. 185 meters long by 24 meters. And yeah, almost all containers on there will be refrigerated. I think the ship is like on a fixed line between Ivory Coast and Antwerp, transporting a lot of fresh produce to and from Europe. I would argue, Hans, that watching on YouTube is easier. I get an info so fast. We have an AI. I built an overlay system, Ultras. So it's a custom system that I created. Hey Brian, good afternoon. So I have a few more ships, I think, for today, and then I think things will die down on the river a bit. So then we'll wrap things up. So there's another MSC ship coming. I think it's a 300-meter one. And then we have another ship. I think that's a general cargo ship in between. Two general cargo ships in between. And after that, we'll go car spotting. In case you're just joining, there's also an impromptu tuning meeting happening here in the grass. All these guys showing off their cars. Holy moly, St. Gregory, thank you for the 15 euro tip. Thank you, man. Appreciate all the support you do. Thank you so much. Well, I'm currently saving up for a better microphone setup. One with 2 mics, so I can have a directional mic towards the ships, and hopefully that will help you capture the ambient noise from the ships. And then I'll be a bit more quiet, hopefully. I mean, everybody has their passions, Conkle Bunny. Yo, another one. St. Gregory throwing gifted subs left and right. Thank you, St. Gregory. Yes, that's the ID, Carva. So I have to get 2 main items for my new setup. It's a mixer. Well, it's a little box that I put on my camera, and then I can mix 2 mics together. A nice directional shotgun mic with a good wind muff on it. So that one will help for the ambient noises, and then I can merge that with my my mic that I already have for my voice, and that should give a good audio combination. We've seen the Tripoli before on stream, actually. It's not a new one. So it has like these little brackets to put the containers in between. Kimo! Thank you for the Prime. 3 months. Thank you, buddy. Welcome. Another one, St. Gregory. Thank you for gifting another sub to Poppy. Thank you. So you can see these are like all, oh, there's a person walking there. So between these brackets they put containers, and I think they can even put a container on top of the brackets. Not sure about that part. Probably not, that doesn't make sense. Because otherwise they wouldn't fit in between. She does appear to be completely empty though, the Tripoli. Few more ships, and then we'll have our 300-meter MSC. Take a look at the AMS Live has set up. I should look at that, Roadhog. I already looked at the Airliners Live, their setup. They also have a good shotgun mic. And then there was another stream that I was watching this week, another plane spotting stream that also had a good setup. What was his name again? Something with Simon. It was on YouTube as well. So there's plenty of IDs out there for good setups. Probably a bunch of them below the sideline. It's pretty high in the water. It might be completely empty actually. Going to Duisburg in Germany. That would be weird if it would go all the way there empty. Yo, you guys are coming up crazy with the support today. Kimo, thank you for 10 euros as well. Thank you for the support, man. One step closer to the new mic setup. Thank you guys, really appreciate all that. Okay, then we got another, I think this is a general cargo ship, right? Coming our way. Enjoying the stream, thank you. Manchester, yeah, it's Simon something. He was indeed at Manchester Airport, Jim. But he has like a behind the scenes stream. So he's doing his main stream, and then he has a second stream on his YouTube channel active with just the camera pointing towards him and his 3 camera setup that he has. The man has 3 cameras. It's absolutely crazy. 2 streams, well, 4 cameras then I guess, because he has to do the behind the scenes filming. But yeah, I'm still slowly building up this setup. I really like what we have so far. It works very well. But of course, there's always room for improvement. Oh, this is the MSC Elke F. We saw this one come in yesterday. That's a short stop in Antwerp. Already leaving again. 330 containers. So it is officially a container ship as a classification, this one. Yeah, that's better. The river, yeah, this one can definitely go onto some rivers to reach ports. Not all rivers though. I would call the Tripoli a proper inland container ship. But yeah, this one can go out at sea. Where is it going actually? Oh, now it's on the way to Zeebrugge. I'm doing the tour of Belgium. First Antwerp, then Zeebrugge. Let me check what other ports it stopped recently, because I can check that now with my new thingy. Elke F, where is it? Port calls. So before she came to Antwerp, she was in Lubeck. Before that, she was in Lithuania, in Klaipėda. Before that, she was in Estonia. And before that, she was in Poland. So she kind of does the Baltics. And then now she came down to Belgium. Hey, warning. Welcome in. Doing well. Already saw some very cool ships. Cat and delighting you always. Were you here, St. Gregory? And I was talking about a little connector piece that I needed for a flash head. It arrived yesterday after weeks and weeks of waiting. I finally have it. So I can use this camera as well I'm doing a photography course. So I can now properly use it for studio photography. So yes, this is also an MSC ship, but I would basically call this a feeder ship. So this will just stay in Europe, do the smaller ports, and then drop them off in Antwerp and Zeebrugge, where they are then placed on the big ships for intercontinental travel. Either to the US or to Asia, most likely. Have I been to Denmark before? No, I have not ultra. Denmark, I've never been, the most northerly I've ever been was Berlin, I think. I've gone to many locations to the south, but I rarely went north from Belgium. Cannon parts are standard, yeah. So when I ordered it, the official dates they gave me was June. So I'm actually happy that we're the end of April now, that it's already here. So it's 2 months earlier than they anticipated. It's time to rev up the cars. Boom, 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 boom. I think this is a little barge tug thingy. Yeah, they're pushing barges. This is probably the Ertepeller on radar. If I would translate how the ship is called, it's like a dialect name in Dutch for pea peeler. To be a pea peeler. It came from Liège. If that's true, then it came all the way from inland Belgium, from the French part. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just glad they're not revving the entire time, so can't complain. Bro, it is a green Mercedes is doing a photo shoot on the right there. So in terms of cars, we have an Opel, I think Vectra. We have a Ford Fiesta, 2 Ford Fiestas. I see 3 VW Golfs and then a Seat Cupra and then a Mercedes C-Class. There's a whole list of cars. There we go. It's going to Liège? Nah, and the AS is not correct. It shouldn't go, it should be in Antwerp if it wants to go towards Liège. Going towards Limburg and then into, yeah, no. There's no, is there a way to get from Ghent? No, there's no way from Ghent directly to Liège, on the water at least. Yeah, we're car spotting now. We haven't done yet that before, so now we are. Where is she? There she is. The MSC Letizia. Exactly, Jim. The Ertepeller. So I believe this one is going to the same port as the Hapag-Lloyd, the Paradiso Express that we saw earlier. There is over the Maas, but it's going to Ghent now. If we want to go to Liège from Ghent, it either has to go through Antwerp then, right? Anyway. So the MSC Letizia, 300 meters long, 48 meters wide, built in 2015. So she turns 10 this year. One of the older ones we've seen today for ultra or for very large vessels. So yeah, just like the other ship that we saw earlier, she is going to Caucedo. That's the best I can do, in the Dominican Republic. So she's going to the Caribbean. And it does appear that she has a lot of refrigerated containers on her. So probably a lot of fresh produce being transported. A new car has entered the tuning meeting. It's a Toyota. I don't know what type it is. A red Toyota. I think every single car here has a custom exhaust to be loud. Ghent, Lille, Charleroi, that's a long way around, isn't it, Uzi? It's an MR2? Okay. Cheers, Akanda. I saw you can do a 40-day cruise from Tokyo to Seattle for like $3,000. Oh, that's sick. I was looking at cruises a few months ago, and there's like these around the world cruises that literally do every single continent, but it's like $90,000 starting price. It's absolutely crazy. Let me check something on radar. Okay. The ship fits there, but shouldn't they get there through Antwerp and not through Ghent? From Ghent to, oh, I think I know what yeah, okay, I see where you're going on, Miria. But yeah, that would still be, in my opinion, the long way round to Liège. Keep in mind the AIS data on these smaller inland vessels is not always up to date or correct. So, because I've heard that there's a few inland captains that stream on Twitch. Hang on. There's an alternate way to get to the USA rather than plane for me. You don't like flying, St. Gregory? Me neither. I actually really dislike planes and fly. I love planes, I just dislike flying them. Feels unnatural. She's a smoky girl. Oh yeah, she turned on her afterburner. I just noticed that as well. Ooh, we might have a contender for a rustiest ship of the day actually. Oh, you fly a lot. Okay, never mind. You never did many cruises. Yeah, it's on my bucket list, to be honest. At some point in my life, I want to do a cruise. More specifically, I want to do a cruise to the Nordics, to Norway and all that areas there. They're really nice areas. Because a lot of cruises happen in the Caribbean or the Mediterranean, but that really doesn't appeal to me to be on a ship there. But Norway, that would be crazy, but they're so expensive. I looked it up to do one in May this year actually, and it would have cost me 4,000 euros. It's absolutely crazy for I think it was 12-day cruise from Hamburg all the way up to North Cape and then back down through Norway. It's not that expensive. I don't have 4,000 euros laying around, Almeria. It was a nice ship. I think it was on one of the Aida ships. So it was a proper big cruise ship. Or was it? No, it was an MSC cruise, I think. I'm not sure. It was either MSC or Aida, but it was a proper cruise ship. Vlietenkieker, moin. Welcome, welcome. We already had a lot of big ships, Vlietenkieker. Also, I saw you chat in Hamburg, having live chat, and then it dawned on me what your nickname means. It means Fleet Watcher in German. Good name. A few days to Ireland is almost 1K and just plane tickets, hotel and rental car. Travel has become so expensive since the pandemic. It's absolutely crazy. So I would love to go to Rotterdam for a weekend. Rotterdam, wow, what a weird pronunciation. To Rotterdam for a few days and a weekend. Just the hotel prices in Rotterdam are ridiculous. I remember when I was able to book a simple hotel for like under 100 euros. That's just not an option anymore. So we got a rust bucket on the way. The return tickets with Ryanair are cheaper than the car. Then again, do you really want to fly Ryanair? It's so uncomfortable. You've never flown with them? I hope you are Dutch, so I hope you are not a tall Dutch person, because a lot of Dutch persons are tall, because your knees will be in your neck. There is no leg room on those planes at all. If you like to be squeezed for a few hours, then Ryanair is your go-to. For your kids, a Disney cruise 3K for 4 persons from Southampton. But where does it go to, Almeria? As I said, if I do a cruise, I want to go to a spot that also interests me, like the Nordics. If it's just like sailing around the western of Europe, then yeah, no thank you. You booked at the emergency exit, just shy of 2 meters. I hope the emergency exit is a bit better then. See, you Dutch people are so tall, it's crazy. What did you guys do genetically to become like such a tall people? Also, if I go on a cruise, I probably will do it without the 2 kids. The kids can stay somewhere else. I want it to be a couples thing. It's the water. Oh, it's because of the big floods you got in the early 90s, the early 1900s. You people were just like, oh, the water's coming up higher and higher. We need to be taller. I'm also 194. Wow, so many tall people here. All you tallies. I'm only one. Now I actually feel small compared to all the sizes you just mentioned. I'm 182 centimeters. That's crazy. Oh my god, you're all taller than me. Good food and lots of sleep. Noted. So yeah, as you can see, a lot of refrigerated containers on this one. Look at all those reefers. Those are like full stacks of reefers. Maybe some of them are empty, so they can be filled up with fresh vegetables and fruits from, mostly fruits probably, from the Caribbean. Well, all the white ones are refrigerated containers. Yeah, I'm average for Dutch, I know. Oh no, EG, you live too close to Belgium, dude. The air is not good here. I'm an average Dutch guy, somewhere in the low 190s. You hear it? The ship? Yeah, it's a loud one. Interfluke. Never even heard of that. Interfluke. Oh, look at her smoke. Yeah, she's very noisy. It's one of the loudest ships we've had so far. Oh, it was an old East German airliner. I mean, yeah, back in the days the seats were a lot more, there was a lot more room. I would even argue that back in like the 90s, when I had to travel a lot with my parents to vacations on planes, there was more space than there is now. Okay, meanwhile we do have another one. I think this one is going to, the Wagenborg is going to Ghent. Yeah, indeed, does Bond Girl. She does look rough for being only 10 years old. She could use a lick of paint. A whopping 104 20-foot containers fit on this one. Still a big number. Oh, what is happening over there? We're rubber boating. Doesn't JetBlue do that, St. Gregory? From New York to London, I think. They have an all business class plane going between that. And it's only an Airbus A320, I think. Oh. And that's an all business class airplane. Oh, but just priced economy. Yeah, that's probably not, that's probably not the case. This is a rescue boat, Multraship Rescue 4. You want more zoom? Here you go. Jake, thank you for the 100 biddies. I appreciate that. Thanks, man. Cool views, they say. So the Eggborg is on the way to Sluiskil, yeah. So that's just past Terneuzen of the canal. Oh, it's even in 319. Okay. St. Gregory, thank you for gifting a sub. Still supporting. Thanks, man. Okay, I found a 28-day cruise for 5K with Holland America Line starting in Rotterdam. So my next requirement, Almeria, is that if I pay for a cruise, I really want an outdoor cabin. Like a cabin which has like either a big window or even a terrace I can like sit on. I want to wake up and be able to open a curtain or something and look out at the sea or the city that we docked into. Because I don't feel like going on a cruise if you just have an inboard cabin which has no windows. That's just sad. So yes, I do have strong requirements for my cruising. I gotta admit that. It's a bit rusty, eh? I will check a honeymoon suite. Okay, that works for me. The honeymoon suite. Give it a 7? No, this is more like a 6. A weak 6 for Rust. Jake Doe is paying forward the gift they got from St. Gregory. Also gifting a sub themselves. Thank you, Jake Doe, for gifting that sub. 2 confetti biscuits. Yeah, solid. I will give it even a 5 for us. Maybe, nah, 5.5. Although we were talking about suites on cruises, there is a Disney cruise where you can get a super expensive suite that is in the chimney of the ship, like in the massive Disney chimney. The only crazy thing about that suite is that it has a ton of windows, but if you open the curtains, you look out onto the pool deck and the pool bar. So the people sitting at the pool bar look directly into your living room of your super expensive suite. So I feel like there's zero privacy on that thing. So not really a nice thing to have. There was a YouTuber who did a cruise that had that room. And I was like, oh man, you pay so much money and then you just have people observing your room all day long from the pool deck. I mean, you can, but everybody will see you. I think the channel, if you're interested, but you'll have to look into the cruise that he did, because I don't know how he titled it. Trek Trendy, I think it was on YouTube, that did a cruise in that. Sweet. Hey Damken.
Dat ziet er een goede camera uit.
Dat is zo.
Een Canon?
Ja, R50.
Ah, ik dacht het dezelfde.
Ah, dat is dezelfde.
Ja, leuke camera's zo.
Ja.
Ook compacт.
Stream Sniper? No, he was one of the tuning meetup. But he has the same camera, he said. Okay, and we got an Arklow ship as well. The Arklow Beacon. Dro gifting another sub. Thank you, Dro. We triggered a hype train from what I see here. Look at that. Thank you for all the support, guys. It always humbles me. I'm just a guy standing by the side of the water, observing ships. So thank you, guys. I appreciate all the support. So, for those who are just joining, we do have Steven Seagal joining us today as well. There he is. I think he's waiting for the tide to retract a bit more, and then he'll eat some crabs. Snack time for Steven. What's better than plane spotting or ships? Oh, what's better? I think both is fine. I enjoy both. If I had like a major airport near me, I would probably split my time 50-50 between this and then looking at planes. I don't have any interesting airports near me. The biggest one near me is Brussels Airport, but there's not a lot of interesting traffic there. Almost no quad engines. No, yeah, no. This guy looks minty fresh. Usually the Arklow ships are a bit darker green. It's like faded out a bit by the sun, this one. What is the overlay say on this one? I've missed it. Arklow Beacon, 120 meters long, 15 meters wide. Came from anchor, so that means, let me check where she came from before the anchor. She came from Bilbao in Spain. Jacob, thank you for gifting a sub as well to Jajama. Thank you, Jacob, for the support. So this one came all the way from Spain. Such a tiny ship. To think that this one goes over the sea. Empty? No, I think she filled up in Spain. I think she's going to Ghent to empty. Yeah, she's at max depth. What about us at max depth? That thing is probably exciting to sail the Gulf of Biscay on. Is it so notorious, Acondas? I heard you talk about it with Grande Brasilia as well. Is it a very wobbly piece of sea or ocean? So this one is also going to take the turn here. Meanwhile, we have one more big container ship, and I think after that we might wrap up things for today. Can be quite rough. Okay. Is it as bad as the Drake Passage though? That one is a notorious one that I do know about. So there is a piece of sea between the South America, like the tip. What is that? Chile, Argentina, and Antarctica. It's called the Drake Passage. And apparently the sea can get very rough there. The cruises that go towards Antarctica call it the Drake Shake. And there's some very cool videos on the internet from it. So in the distance you can see our final big container ship for today, which is a 300-meter one that is coming towards us. Meanwhile, for all the car enthusiasts, you'll be able to see a lot of them have already left, but there's still a few here. There you go, Paloozer. Louser. Yeah, I'm not complaining about the guys. They were chill. They were not loud or anything. We had a few. So we have a few revs and weird things, but other than that, it's fine. What's the red car? A Toyota. And there's a ship in the sluice as well that's coming out now. So that one is in the sluice there. As I said, these guys might be very disappointed in like 20 years when it's all electric. This is the Fairchem Forte, 150 by 24 meters, built in 2018, and she's on the way to Italy, Brindisi. She's going to Brindisi in Italy. And then just a bit over there is the Eggborg waiting to go in together with the Arklow, and is just approaching over there. Oh, it's gonna be a busy lock. It's 1, 2 ships, 3 ships that will go in there. We have the Bermel. It's an interesting name. Brindisi is so nice. I've never been to Italy, actually. I've been to Spain. This is the componist, which would be composer in Dutch. I'm sorry, Toast, I'm giving you a nightmare by going over the ship so fast. Or whoever's doing the overlay columnist. Oh, let's take a look at this one first, and then we'll switch to the closer of today, probably. This is a Pacific. It's a very generic name. The Pacific, 115 meters long, 17 meters wide, built in 2008. So that makes her, what, 13 years old? No, 18 years old. 17 years old. Wow, math, it's hard. She's also going to Ghent. Wow. Are they all gonna fit in that sluice together? That would be crazy. That would be like stacking Tetris blocks. Let's see where she came from before the anchor. She came from Rotterdam, Botlek. Yeah, 17 years. I can handle it. Okay, cool. It does appear that she's slowing down. Probably also on the waiting pattern to go. What type of ship is this? Oh, it's an oil tanker. You don't get too many of those on the canal to Ghent, actually. Does it say where she's going exactly? No, just Ghent. I wonder where she's gonna dock. It's almost legal to drink. All right, let's take a look at the big closer. This is the Valence? Keep in mind I have a small monitor here. I'm sure the overlay will tell me in a minute. Multratug 1, I doubt it. Oh, that's the Multratug that's sailing away from us. Okay, there it is. The Valence sounds very French. 300 meters wide. 300. Yeah, this is the final ship. I'm starting to stumble over words. 300 meters long, 48 meters wide, and she's on the way to Çanakkale in Turkey. Maltese flag built in 2013, so that is 12 years old this year. She has a capacity of 8,820 foot containers that fit on her. Thanks, Akandas, for all the TEU stats. So this will be our closer for today. There is another one, a 400 meter one coming in by sunset. So maybe I'll come back out, but there's no guarantees. I might have other things I have to do. Otherwise, we'll be back tomorrow for sure for another nice stream by the water. Should be a bit warmer again tomorrow. Even next week, we're expecting 24, 25, 26 degrees. Oh, she's owned by Hapag-Lloyd. Okay. We're not done yet, Jake. We're not done yet. Okay, I feel like the chill vibe is leaving now. They're racing the Gulf over a walking/bicycle path. Bring a barbecue. The sunscreen. I had a sunburn last week actually. On Friday, I had the sun in my neck for the entire stream. Nope. And I got a sunburn. So indeed, sunscreenless days are kind of over. Friday the weather looks like 17 again. Yeah, it's gonna cool down again after. I got you on the wrist. Yeah, for me it was my neck. It was completely sunburned. Luckily the sun is not that intense yet, but yeah. Is the Pacific we hear? Yes. She's making like a revving noise almost. Okay, now she's quiet. I can't wait to have a better mic setup. It's going to be really cool to hear the water and the engines of the ships better. Might take a bit of tweaking to get it right, but I think it will be a nice addition to the stream next. And something else I have to charge every time I'm done streaming. I really am gonna start to have to, like, at home get a bench with like 15 cables ready to like plug everything in when I get home. How many things do I charge now after each stream? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 items. It's establishing its dominance over the cards. You have good news? Bring it, warning. Bring it. Enlighten us. Yeah, maybe one final shout out as well. If you're new to the channel, you like the relaxing vibe of watching the ships go by, don't forget to subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. It's free, helps out a lot. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs on the YouTube. You can also like, of course, go the extra mile. And if you're watching on Twitch, you can always drop that follow. Cheers. For such a, it's a very peaceful because the whole river that we're looking at is officially a nature reserve. So it's a nature reserve where massive giant ships sail through, but nonetheless it's a nature reserve, protected nature. Oh yeah, we do have I forgot to mention, we have also a website, Westerschelde.live, where we have all the statistics of the ships that we've seen on stream since April 1st. So what countries they're from, how many ships we've seen, how often we've seen a ship, because there are ships that return many times, the types of ships, the flags, the build year, so yeah, all kinds of stuff there. You don't want audio to mix on that? No, I don't want that anymore, EG, because I don't have enough control on the ATEM. Like, I cannot properly control the levels on the ATEM. And that is essential for getting a good balance between the shotgun mic, which I also cannot plug into the ATEM. I need to look into that, Toast. Post it in the mod chat if you want. Somebody has a cough, but he's coming out to the water for some fresh air. So he's coughing it all out, and then he'll be healthy again, I think. And yeah, I think that's it for the sellout that I had to do for myself. So yeah, follow, subscribe, and if you're interested in what we've spotted so far, you can check out that website. The Valence from Valletta, Malta. Let's maybe look at one more bonus ship before we wrap things up. You guys are being spoiled. You get one extra. The Faircam 40, which is leaking. You can clearly see she's leaking. Bruh. Warning, keep your religion to yourself, buddy. 2 things I don't do on this stream is religion and politics. Ooh, that's a first. Look at that. No smoking. Dangerous cargo. It's dangerous. Usually it's safety first, no smoking. This here is just no safety first. Just dangerous cargo. It's spicy cargo. Look at those markings on the bulb. That's from the anchor chain. That will eventually turn into rust spots though. What's the cargo? It's empty right now, but it's chemical products, oil products, liquid chemical stuff. But you can see she's super high in the water, right? So that means she's empty. She emptied herself in Ghent, although she's still leaking a little bit. I think they're prepping the pilot ladder. Yeah, they're getting it ready for the pilot to leave. Damn, that's a long climb down though. It's like a solid, how many meters would that be? Like 8, 10 meters? Climbing down the ladder, a wooden ladder onto a boat. All right, Chatterinos, I think it's time to wrap things up for today. As I said, we'll be back tomorrow and maybe a sunset stream tonight. A very short one then, we'll see. Maybe not. Otherwise, yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Massive shout out for all the support we got today. We got a ton of support. It's very humbling. I do appreciate every single bit of it. And yeah, shout out to the mods for helping out with the overlay as always. Oh, QV, I just read your message. It's 10 meters climb down or just 5 Dutchmen tall. All right, goodbye everyone. See you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.